Everyone, this is Joy Bitch Jet, and this is my channel, the Joy Bitch Jet channel, and this is my show, the Joy Bitch Jet Show. Here you will see comedy, punk rock, slam poetry, and political opinions. Today, on Friday, which is, May 11th? Let's make sure it is May 12th. May 12th, Friday, May 12th. Alright. Here we are. Donald Trump hit the news today. He made YAHOO had several different articles on him. So let's break it down as to which articles we want to do. The first one we're going to do is about Mr. Trump not liking Stephen Colbert. I guess Stephen Colbert is a comedian, a talk show host, kind of like David Letterman, Johnny Carson, Jay Leno, and he apparently makes jokes about Donald Trump, President Trump, and President Trump apparently watches too much TV because he now takes everything so seriously to the point where he hates, and I say he hates Stephen Colbert. How can you hate somebody you're supposed to love? But see, this is Donald Trump's rule. This is Donald Trump's just the way he is. Hate is what he brings into the White House. Hate is what he brings into the presidency. He hates this. He hates that. He hates us. He doesn't want us, the LGBT community, around. And now he hates Stephen Colbert. Why? Because the man made a few comments about him. And the comments are as follows. Okay. It's going to take me a minute. Alright? And here we go. It goes on. One assumes that Trump has Colbert crude joke on May 1st in mind when he interrupts the interview with time to graciously bring up a subject about the host of the Late Show, which is Stephen Colbert. Okay? You see, a no-talent guy like Colbert, says the president, there's nothing funny about what he says, and what he says is filthy. And you have kids watching, and it only builds up my base. It only helps me, people like him. Now, what he means is that he hates Stephen Colbert. So I guess Stephen Colbert's taking over for David Letterman. Okay, I'm not really into late shows, guys, because I'm so busy out and about, at the punk rock concerts and doing poetry and hanging out with my own family. Okay, not content to criticize Colbert's taste and jokes. Trump gave the host what for him is the ultimate in insults. Suggests that he is a loser, that his ratings aren't as high, and a show like The Apprentice, which Trump was hosting, the guy was dying in the ratings. By the way, they're going to take him off television. Then he'll start attacking me and starting doing better. But his show is dying. Okay, Mr. Trump, if his show is dying, let me just take over for Stephen Colbert here. Resign. Impeach. Quit. I don't care what you call it. Go back to the personal life and be Mr. Trump once again instead of President whatever Trump. Now, Mr. Colbert, I don't know exactly what he said. I can't find the facts here. It's all Trump's opinionated ways. Now, Mr. Trump, you are just what are you? You're not good for the United States of America. You're not good for the Americans. You're not doing anything good. You're tearing apart the country. So give it up. Resign. Nixon resigned before he was impeached. Resign. I love Nixon. Nixon was a class act. But when he got caught at the Democratic National Convention headquarters wiretapping, that was his downfall. That was his legacy downfall. Don't matter, he brings all the panda bears from China. Don't matter, he breaks open the doors to the communication eyes in China. The only thing he's known for is a Democrat National Convention headquarters being wiretapped. And that brought a whole summer of grief for me, because I was forced to watch this Senate subcommittee hearing all summer long with my aunt, Sister Andrea, who was a nun. And it was boring, but it was interesting, and it was history, and I watched it. Anyways, impeach Donald Trump. We are the resistance. We have to be the resistance. Impeach Donald Trump. Anyways, if Donald Trump's so worried about what they're saying on TV, let's go to the next one here. Thank you, Mr. Colbert, for insulting Mr. Trump, because when you insult Mr. Trump, you gave me something to talk about. The next one here. Donald Trump. Do you know that when Donald Trump serves ice cream at the White House, he gets 2 scoops? 2 scoops to everybody else's 1 scoop. Wow, ain't that something, folks? We are so petty that we have to have a 2-scoop ice cream president. And everybody else is 1 scoop. I bet you Mr. Pence, Vice President Pence, is sitting there going, "Golly gee whiz, I just got 1 scoop of ice cream, and Donald got 2. I'm going to throw a temper tantrum." I can see the press secretary, Sean Spicer. "Mr. President got 2 scoops of ice cream. I got 1. I'm not happy. I take all of his heat. I gotta defy everything he does, decipher everything he does, and I gotta communicate to the press. And I only get 1 scoop of ice cream." That's what Sean Spicer says. I wonder what everybody else says, okay? In the meantime, the billionaires and the Secretary of Labor, Secretary of State are all over there going, "Oh, gee whiz. Is this guy really this out of it?" 2 scoops of ice cream for Donald Trump. Yeah. Now, I got news for you. You can have the whole carton, Donald. I don't care. Leave office. Just resign now. Get it over with. 2 scoops of ice cream. As is reported, reporters from Time Magazine dined with President Trump in the White House, where it appeared that the waiters are well accustomed to catering to his preference. As he settles down, they bring him a Diet Coke. Wow, he doesn't drink the real thing, baby. And while the rest of us are served water, with the vice president sitting at one end of the table with a salad course, Trump is served what appears to be Thousand Island dressing instead of creamy vinaigrette as his gas. And then he turns around, and when the chicken arrives, he is only given an extra dish of sauce. As the dessert course, he gets 2 scoops of ice cream. Ice cream with his chocolate cream pie. Oh my God, is this guy a real bitch? I mean, think about it. He sounds like every girl I know. Ice cream, pie. Where's the pickles? I need my pickles with my ice cream and pie. Okay. Instead of the single scoop for everyone else, the taste of Pence also tends to instead of pie, he gets a fruit plate. Well, at least Pence is known that if he eats pie, he'll get fat. So he doesn't want to be like Trump, so he eats thin. Probably like other presidents' wives. Eat salad, eat beautiful food. Yeah, girly like food, salad, yeah. While the husband sits there and eats 2 scoops of ice cream. Oh God. Okay, we made enough fun of President Trump and his 2 scoops of ice cream, and his getting feedback from Stephen Colbert from The Late Show. Now, I wonder what else we got. Let's see if we got anything else on him. Lawmakers have the distinct between being gay and being a human being. Now, I can't understand that. Lawmakers are saying that if you're gay, you're not a human being. Well, I'm gay, I'm a human being. Okay, let's get past that one. Other in the news, an 8-year-old kid who was bullied kills himself. Now, let me go on to something here. We're going to get serious. Toby Jackson. This weekend I am doing a YouTube video, just because Fort Worth Independent School District buoys my kids. They buoy my kids. One was thrown out of school. One was taken away through Child Protective Services on January 20th, 2016, last year, when they just came in the house and lied on the affidavit because the principal, Terry Trudy McGuire, and the vice principal, Suzelle Burtmeyer, lied on court documents, on paper, that we were doing things to our kids when we weren't. Now here's the catcher. The school that my children go to, the school that my family kids go to, is Meadowbrook Elementary School here in Fort Worth. It is number 2 in the city, just like 2 scoops of ice cream. It is number 2 in the city for bullying. And yet, my second oldest grandson, Michael, is thrown out of school because he is having spells between being dragged out of the home at 6 p.m. on January 20th, 2016, along with his brothers and sisters. He is also going through traumatic changes in school, being bullied, being hated on, and everything that's going on around him. And yet Toby Jackson, my school board member, will not do nothing about it. Miss Breed, Miss Melanor, the superintendent on top of them, will not do nothing about it. And my kid goes through 3 to 4 different levels, and then all of a sudden gets thrown out of school because he kicks a teacher. The principal. The principal is hovering over him like this, and he had no room to breathe. She was intimidating him. He moved his foot. She claimed he attacked her, when in reality she attacked him. So now, here's the deal. Here is the big deal. On Sunday, on Mother's Day, I'm having a special YouTube report on bullying in the Fort Worth Independent School District. And you know who the number 1 bullies are? Mr. Miller at D. McRae Elementary School, the principal, who bullied my oldest grandson, Shane. Mrs. McGuire, who at Millbrook Elementary School, who bullied Michael, who told us that our A.B. Honor Roll students are not going to come back to their school. Our kids are excelling in that school, and yet they don't want our kids in that school. Why? Because we stand up for what we believe in. So I will tell you this right now. Mr. Miller, Miss Irons at D. McRae, Miss Irons did some things that were not kosher. Had my grandson rub her neck. Okay, in the meantime, we get transferred to this beautiful school. We're told there'll be no problems, no issues, no nothing. We've had issues since day 1. And Miss McGuire was thrown out of another school, or took a step down to become principal of this school. Now I'm going to tell you the way it is. I believe that all my children should be in a public school system getting an education. And if not, then these bullies need to be prosecuted. More about this on Sunday. Okay, let's go on. We were talking about bullying. There was an 8-year-old who was bullied, and he got so upset at being bullied, he killed himself. Now, are you waiting for me to say that one of my kids killed himself over you bullying them? Hell no. We're going to fight you. These are no bullying zones. No bullying zones. And yet, our kids are being bullied in them. Hell, Mr. Miller outed me at the McRae Elementary School. Yeah, he wanted to just make sure everybody knew everything about me. Well, whoopie-doopie-doo, everybody knows everything about me. And Terry Trudy McGuire can't do anything, because here's the thing. Miss Toby Jackson, the school board member, and me talked. We talked about LGBT community relations. And I will tell you now, I am all for it. So here's the way it goes. If you have a problem, I don't care if you're a kid, if you're an adult, you feel you're bold, you're intimidated, you feel like you're going to commit suicide, call me, text me, email me. You can get me here on YouTube. You can get me on Facebook at JoyJet. You can get me on yahoo.com at JoyBitchJet. JoyBitchJet jet at yahoo.com. Or you can call me at 702-860. No, that's wrong number. 702-373-4016. That's my number. 702-373-4016. And let me talk you out of it, because I believe that every life is important. Okay? Alright, now we're going to go on. As we go on to Yahoo News, thank you, Yahoo, for all your interesting subjects that I'm hitting on today. A middle school teacher in Ohio kills herself because she is being probed for the same thing that my oldest grandson was doing, inappropriate touching. And yet they won't do nothing to Mrs. Brandy Irons, but they'll do something to this woman to where they walked up to her door and she killed herself. But thank God that they were going to try to do something. Unfortunately, the woman killed herself. But, you know, I bless her soul. I hope it doesn't go to hell. But here's the thing. Inappropriate touching is wrong. I believe that inappropriate touching is wrong. Alright. Thank you for the Yahoo News. That's been it for now. We got one more thing, maybe. Okay. Here's another one. Senator Wyden probe should follow Trump's money. We should follow President Trump's money, see where it goes, how it goes, what it's used for, and make sure that he didn't buy the presidency. All right, further, we got two more things coming up here that are getting that are really good. I'm very furious. I am very upset. I'm very mad that Donald Trump took out FBI Director Comey, because I just read 3 weeks ago that Comey said he was going to fill out his services, his duties, for like the next 6 years, because he had like an 8-year term, and he was going to fill out his term for the next 4 to 6 years, and he was going to do, and then Donald Trump, here he is in the middle of an investigation with the Russian, and then how they dealt him during the election, and well, who does he do? He fires the one man who's probing him, who's investigating him, who's doing his job, and the assistant was getting ready to resign too, when Trump says, well, you're going to be the new acting FBI director, will you stay on? And the assistant feels really bad because the assistant AG, Roniston, was on the verge of resigning because he was over. Now AG, he's not the assistant to the FBI director, he's the assistant attorney general. And he was going to resign because he thinks Sessions is as corrupt, and Attorney General Sessions is as corrupt. He's a hater. He used to put black people on the back of wagons and drag them down in the prison camps. This man is evil, just like his superior, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. Okay, let's go. We got one more to go here. One more to go. Okay, where did it go? Okay, I don't have it. Let me remind you, Donald Trump only allows one photographer in the Oval Office. He's Russian. One photographer in the Oval Office. Now, what do you think that photographer's doing? Do you think he's taking pictures of Donald Trump, or do you think he's talking in Russian and saying, "Good work, comrade"? You know, that's treason, baby. Treason. Donald Trump should be tried for treason. That's what I feel today. And that is my show for May 12th, Friday. Mother's Day weekend. I'll be back a little later with a comedy show just for you. But this is to get your blood riling up. Remember, we are the resistance. We must resist, and Donald Trump must resign. Thank you for watching. Have a good time. I'll catch you in a couple hours with another show.